All righty. The Tao Daily Tarot is just around the corner. Here's a little heads up for you. Alrighty, what do we got to do? Well, we see two cards here that really emphasize what you have to do to move forward with your life, your development. We see the Hermit, we see the Magician. Takes both of those things to take you back to a time that was better, a feeling that was better, a place that was better. I have all the details for you coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome again to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. I very much appreciate it. Whether you're first time or long time or cross watcher, makes no difference whatsoever. You are here, I am here. Let's talk tarot. Now, for the first timers, let's give a real quick rundown in terms of what makes this reading different from others. One, it's archetypal. Generally, I only use 8 cards, sometimes 9. It all depends on how the things kind of develop as we're doing the reading, that sort of a deal. But it's very simple, very basic. 4 decks, roughly 8 cards, plus 1 or 2, depending. And that's because the Tao is very simple, very direct. More cards does not make for a better reading. Very often I have discovered it makes for a more confusing reading. Secondly, I don't predict. I take a look at the energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling. And what I do is kind of develop an energetic weather report with this Tao Daily Tarot. Literally a weather report. You know, you look outside, is it going to be sunny today, cloudy? Are we going to get rain, snow, tornadoes? What are we going to get? Same thing with energetics. Because the energetic wave, the frequencies go through the whole planet. But they affect everyone differently. So if you know what the energetic weather report is, now you make the adjustments in your life. You keep control. Alrighty? I also do something called the Hyper Shuffle, and I try to get this reading in about 10 minutes time. Because again, more is not better. And you have a busy life. 10, 11, maybe 12 minutes on the outside. You can fit that into your life because I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. So we got that all set up? Good. Now let's get to this thing I call the Hyper Shuffle. And there you go, the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to today's Tao Daily Tarot reading. We begin with the Oracle card. This is the overall temperature in this energetic weather report. It says never-ending story. And yet, the number on top here is 37. 3 and 7 equal 1. So if it's a never-ending story, your soul development, your spiritual development, maybe you're entering a new chapter in your human existence and development of that spiritual side of you. 37, that's 1, yeah. Never-ending story. Okay, so that's the overall feeling to this Tao Daily Tarot. Let's begin on the side of the energies of coming and going. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles means that you're hanging on to the stuff that's valuable to you. You're not going to let go, that's for sure. Yes, it may be money, of course, maybe a job. If it is a job, it's not going to be something big, but it will be something stable. 1, because we're talking Pentacles. 2, because we're using the letter or the number 4, and 4 is very, very, very stable, right? So in any event, that's what you're kind of doing. You know what's important to you. This past year and a half has really brought that home. And so now you're not so much interested in accumulating as much as solidifying what is of value to you. And it can be money, there's no doubt about it, but it could be health, could be family, could be love, could be puppies and kitties, whatever is important to you. You know what those things are, and you're hanging on for dear life, so to speak. Alrighty, we go to the other card here in coming and going energy, and we're dealing with the Hermit. The Hermit, the Hermit, the Hermit. Boy, what do you say, huh? Solitude, introspection, being alone, inner guidance. But really what the Hermit is all about is seeking understanding. Okay, that bright light, that inspiration. The Hermit wants to know what is true, what is real. And you can see there, he goes at it full tilt. He's standing on water, as you can see at the bottom. He's holding a staff, which very likely could be called a wand. So with enthusiasm and depth, he searches for his truth, his bright light. We go to the energies of pushing and pulling now, and we go to the Hierophant. This character has been called the Pope of the tarot. Alrighty. It talks about organizations. It talks about the status quo, the belief system, group identity, rules. What is? Now, it could be in your life, or it could be in society in general. The idea of, okay, here are the rules. Everybody follows them. And that's the way it is. Or it could be a situation, especially since we are talking about the never-ending story, and we just talked about the Hermit. You may be searching for your own Hierophant, your own set of rules. Because over the past 1.5 to 2 years, you found out that the rules, as they are established, don't work out so well for most people. In fact, for all people, if you get generalized enough. And so you may be looking at this whole idea of who sets the rules, the agenda for behavior for me. And from there, we move to the Knight of Wands in the pushing and pulling category. Knight of Wands. I like the Knight of Wands. In fact, I like wands anyway. There's a lot of enthusiasm. I like that idea. The Knight of Wands is full of confidence, very charming, passion, adventure. All of that fits the Knight of Wands. He brings in that enthusiasm, that positivity, that joie de vivre, that joy of life, right? And that's really kind of what you're moving toward. The past 1.5 to 2 years, not a lot of joy in life for most people. But that may be subject to change. That may be what you're changing. You know, we were talking about the Hierophant, the rules. Maybe your rules are saying, hey, I want some joy in my life. I want some fun in my life. Please. All right? And that's what you're setting up for you, because this is the never-ending story. Your soul's development, your spiritual development, it depends on it. First magnifier card, King of Cups. Love, 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 love. Yes, indeed. No doubt about it, because we're talking about the cups. But the king is a little bit different. The king's very loving, very wise, very tolerant. Yes, yes, just like a good king should be. Likes to help others. But the power of the King of Cups is that he has a very subtle influence. Love has that. And so it may be a situation where, again, as I always do, because the readings are based on you, not something or some energy outside of you, but based on you. And so I'm thinking, again, this is a self-love issue. Because if you love you, you can spread the love around. And that's what the King of Cups ideally does. Yeah, he can be a little self-centered. Yeah, he can be a little mopey. Yeah. But ideally, the King of Cups is the one that feels the love and spreads the love. Next magnifier card, Page of Cups. There you go. We're keeping with this idea of love. Page of Cups delivers a message, may deliver an apology, basically delivers love. And love is the great salve, the great healer for the human race. And so I don't know that I would look at an apology coming in necessarily, but maybe a small gift of love. Doesn't seem like much, but it really grows into something spectacular. It brings back that joy in life. It brings back that Knight of Wands feeling we were just talking about a minute ago over. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Over here. And again, it's not going to be a huge demonstration of love. Maybe it's you accepting you. You loving you. And from that springs the never-ending story. Now, again, today, because it told a great story, we got 3 vice versa cards. We begin with the Magician. The Magician capable of turning lead into gold, if that's your idea of a good time. Okay, but performs magic. Takes the basic elements and makes them something much more. Okay? So keep that idea in mind. So now, What does that mean? Well, Six of Cups, the lovers, right? Kind of, sort of. It's going back, it's nostalgia. And the way I'm kind of feeling this right now is that the magician wants to perform magic. You want to perform magic to take you back to another time, maybe another person, another place, something that was loving, something that was positive. And it may be a circumstance, a conversation, something that takes you back to that time. But what you're doing is going back to a time where you did have the joy, you did have the safety, you did have stuff that you're not feeling these days. And that's what you're looking toward. You're not there yet. You're looking for your destination. But this is the Knight of Pentacles, right? It's a slow journey. Slow journey. And you can see he's looking way off across the mountains. Sunlight coming. That's kind of how it feels for you. You want to go to a place you haven't been to. Maybe through a person, a thought, story, whatever. You want to step backwards, sort of. Not really, but you want to step back to a time, to a feeling, to a passion for life. And you have the magician here. You can do it. You can do it, but you need to turn inward. Like the hermit, turn inward. Take your values with you. Set your own set of rules, and then bring in the passion. You can do this. Not go backwards, go forwards by remembering, by feeling something very positive and pleasant in your past. Hey, please like, subscribe, and share, and click on that bell. And every time that you happen to come to the site here to check out the Tao Daily Tarot, please always remember to hit the like little button or whatever it is, because that's important for the folks at YouTube. But certainly, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell. Alrighty? So, okay, that pretty much wraps it up. I think it's a real powerful read, a real positive read. We need that these days, don't we? So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot together, and we will, blessings.